Check, check, check. What are you saying? All good. Going to do something very, 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 very different today. At the lab, and it is about 24 hours before I'm supposed to be on stage with Jassi Sidhu for his 30th anniversary gig. We've been rehearsing for the last 4 months, and yeah, man, it's been a good vibe. It's been good. It's been good fun. So what I'm going to do is I am going to do one last setup of my rig. I'm going to do one last run through of the set, make sure everything is running smoothly. And yeah, let's do it. But I'm going to keep this running. That's the thing. You're going to see everything, all the edited versions somewhere. So yeah, I might be in and out of shots. So first things first, got to get rid of this, get this out of the way. And I'll talk to you about what's been happening, why it's been happening. And yeah, so I remember the gig got announced in, I think it was December time. It got announced in December, and I remember speaking to my brother-in-law, infamous Suk, who is not only related to Jassi, he's also my brother-in-law. And when I was chatting to Suk, I think it was around Christmas time, I was like, yo man, if Jassi's going to do a gig, I'd love to do it like this. Like, it should be like this, it should be like that. Anyway, had a brief chat with Jassi, and at the time, I think he was out on having a Christmas party or something. And had a little chat, nothing really transpired. And I was like, it's all good, because he goes, we've got the set ready, innit? So like the set that he wanted to do. He goes, it's all ready, it's all good. I was like, okay, cool, wicked. But listen, good luck with everything. And if you need me, yeah, man, always around. I think Jassi is one of those, what would you call him? It's a bit of a divisive figure. I love his passion for Bhamrah music, to push the scene. Obviously, has been doing it for 30 years. It's mad because, like, he started in 96 as B21. I started with Ableton singing in 96 as well. So it's kind of 30 years for me, this as well, but not on the scale of a Jassi Sidhu. But yeah, I've seen how, like, we've always bumped into each other. It's always like, yeah, another sing nod. Yeah, good on, you're right. And he's kind of grown up in this as much as I have, man. I think he's probably like a few years older than me. So yeah, it was always good seeing that initial B21, which, let me move this as well, which was huge, man. I can't explain how much of an impact they had, because it was just unbelievable. So having seen that, obviously some amazing albums as well, and albums that really defined a generation. And we're going to see that generation again tomorrow night at the O2 Institute. Anyway, yeah, Jassi also performed on my wedding. At that time, he just started to do the live stuff with his band at the time. And it was mad because he was performing on our wedding, and on stage, his guitarist was Raj Chana from the Safri Boys, who is my wife's Saka Chacha. It's full family, man. It's all family. So yeah, that's kind of the thing with Jassi, and like, you know, you have little ups and downs with everyone at some point in life. Been there, done that with Jassi, not a unique situation, but I've always liked the career he's had. And what I mean by that is I love the fact that a guy from Birmingham who doesn't have any background in music at all, in terms of, it's not a family thing or anything like that. And just based on his passion to want to do it, he just went out and did it. And I just love that. And, he's toured around the world, which is undeniable. And yeah, I just, I like it, man. I like a good winner's story. So to circle back, I spoke to him and I was like, listen, if there's anything I can help with, more than happy to do so. So left it at that. Then I got a couple of dates given to me in January from Ballygill of Scope Events. And I was like, all right, cool. Must be some wedding gig or something like that, innit? And later on, got a call from... Where's that other photo gone? I had it here somewhere. Yeah. Then I got a call from Jassi, who goes, I believe you got a couple of dates. Yeah. Do you know who those dates are with? I said, no. And he goes, it's Jassi Sidhu. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Again, wasn't expecting that. Had a chat with Jassi. And I was like, listen, more than happy to be part of the band and the setup. Am I going mad? There's a photo missing. And I make these photos myself. So, yes, I could make another one, but that's not the bloody point. There it is. I spoke to Jassi, went to his house, and, again, super cool. And he goes, yeah, listen, we've got the set done. It's this, it's that, it's this. I was like, okay, wicked, cool. And then once he told me what the set was, right, that's cool. If I were to do anything to or with the set, I'd make it a little bit different. I'd design it a little bit different. And he's all right, go on then. Let's see what you got. Because again, on the live side of things, never worked with Jassi. So again, new for him, new for me. All that's good. That was the sketch there. Pitched him a couple of ideas of how I think he should do his tracks and how he can deliver his track. And he was like, okay, that's cool. And then we just started rehearsing. And it's been wicked. You got Amit on drums, got Rambo on all, Jassi on keys, Ball on guitar, Mads on bass. Then I ended up on backing vocals as well alongside Gobbo. It's been all right. It's been quite cool. So that's kind of where we're at with the Jassi Sidhu set. Like, the rehearsals have gone really, really well up until a few days ago. So today is a Friday. What happened was on Tuesday, there were a few glitches, and scared the shit out of me. So I've just spent the last 24 hours working stuff out. What needs to be done, what doesn't need to be done, what's gone wrong, what hasn't gone wrong. Just making sure everything is working properly. And what transpired was that I need to double up on my whole setup. So I can even go through my setup with you as well, man, so you got an idea of what we're doing, because this is unique. I don't think anyone in the history, yeah, I'm going to say history. Am I going to say history? Yeah, I'm going to say history. I don't think anyone in the history of Bhangra music has ever had a setup like this. And that's neither a good thing or a bad thing. This is a me thing. So yeah, you're going to get an idea of what we're doing. But yeah, that's kind of been the story of how I ended up as part of the band for the Jassi Sidhu 30th anniversary celebrations. Again, the scope lads have been good, man. Like, I think it's just one of those things. All the musicians in our industry are good lads, man. We all work with each other. We're all chilling with each other. It's all good, man. It's all good. So to be a bit of an outsider, being part of the setup, was a little bit of a, am I going to be all right here? Have I got the wrong laptop? Have I done it the wrong way around? No. It's all uddar janta hai. See, this is why I thought I need to do one last. There we go, that's better. Yeah, one last setup. So I kind of know what it is that I am doing. So, right, this is where we get geeky now, yeah? It's time to get geeky. So, my setup is this. I am running... actually, let me tell you what I started with first. Earlier this year, and the first time I fully trialed this out was with the F9 events team. I was drafted in by Simon Singh of Simon Says to basically go through the set for Jassi Sidhu, who is a pretty top singer, man. And we had fun doing that. Now, with that set, there's a lot of samples and stuff involved. But yeah, it worked out all right. So I thought, let me just bring that vibe to Jassi's. But instead of it being a bit more generic, let me try and make it a little bit more funky. A little bit more for Jassi completely. Anyway, so have been trying bits and pieces, and everything's been going well. So my setup is this. Let me go with the original setup. So the original, I'll say original. There's a reason why it's the original setup. So originally it was my MacBook M1 chip in there, which is basically my studio. So whether it's using it here, using it out, using it for gigs and stuff, yeah, man, that's my setup. And then alongside the MacBook, I am running my favorite program of all time, the best music creation delivery program of all time, Ableton Live. Running Ableton Live studio version. Don't think I need the suite, so yeah, just running the studio version. Load up the set. And I've been using it with this. The Novation Launchpad X. I actually bought this. I'll tell you why I bought it originally. I originally bought it because I was doing a gig with Jassi Sidhu. Jassi Sidhu was making like I'd say a comeback. He was doing a comeback, and he had an event called One Last Dance. And hang on a minute, if I do that, that's quite cool there. If I use my other, see, sorry, just a couple of last minute adjustments. Yeah, so it's about 3 years ago now, I think, or 4 years ago. Yeah, so Jassi Sidhu had me as part of his band for the One Last Dance event. And we were playing with, at the time, it was Apna Sangeet, Mangal Singh, Chirag Bachchan. There was Serge Sahota as well, which was really cool. And then there was Preeti Kaur. First time I worked with Preeti. And Serge Sahota, Shin, DCS. So that was the lineup. And on Preeti's tracks, no, that's not going to work there, is it? You know what? I bought this new stand, and in theory it's great, but I don't know, in practice, actually, maybe it is. Maybe it is okay. Oh, there. Yeah, so what ended up happening, the reason I bought this Novation was on Preeti's set and on Shin's set and a couple of Serge Sahota tracks. They were chord progressions that I needed to do and learn. And the problem I had was that I'm not the best technically in terms of chord structures and all that kind of stuff. It's never really been my thing. And especially on like Preeti's set, it was quite complex because, you know, it's like proper old school Bollywood. So what I ended up doing was like, well, you know what, there's got to be a way that I can do this. You know, if Harry Matara was on lead keys and then I'm with him, there's got to be a way around it. So what I thought I'd do was buy this, program in the chords, and then trigger them off. And it worked out really, really well. I think one of my favorite songs that we did where I used the triggering system was Shin's Labade Utte Jaan. Just so gutted, yeah, that there's no footage of it because it would have been sick. So Harry started off the song, and plug that into there. Yeah, so Harry started off the song, and if you're an old school Bhangra fan, you know how Labade Utte Jaan goes. The strings come in, then you've got the harp in there as well. So all that stringy harpy stuff, yeah, I was dropping in, and it was great, man. It was really, really cool to do that. Actually made it sound like, as True School would say, like the tape. So that was cool. Anyway, that's why I bought it, and I've used it on and off ever since. So with this setup, what I'm doing is I am utilizing the Novation to trigger off the, let's put that underneath there for now, a little bit old school, but yeah, I'm just using the Novation to trigger off the samples, the sets, all that stuff. And yeah, man, it's been all right. It's worked out okay. then I'm using my Novation Launch Key 61, because obviously the Novation family with Ableton Live, they just go in it. So that's what I was using. And then with the keyboard, again, for this set, I've done something, slightly different with this one, because yes, I'm triggering off the beats, I'm triggering off the samples and everything. But then I'm using the keys to trigger off other samples and other Atmos stuff. Yeah, and just really filling up the sound, because for me, obviously Jassi knows what he wants to do, yeah, and he gave me the brief, he gave me the vibe that he's looking for, and Baki, then it's up to me to now put it together. Yeah, I will say, you know, Jassi has produced the set, because he's gone, I want this, I want that, I need it to be like this, I need it to be like that. But the cool thing about Jassi on this occasion was he was just like, what do you think? Do you reckon that'll work? And he was really open to hearing different ideas, different perspectives, which again surprised me. I just thought, you know, knowing Jassi as I do, that he's very specific about how he wants things, and very adamant about how he wants things. So back online. I don't know which point it went off, but let me do a recap. So what was the recap? The recap was Jassi already had the set planned, what he wanted, how he wanted it, the track listing, everything, everything, how it had to sound. I came along and said, that's great, but if you're going to do that, can we try and do it like this instead? And he goes, go and try it. So I went and did it, presented it to him, and he was like, all right, let's go with that. So for me, it was more a case of, if we're going to do this live band thing, I want to do it different. I want to do it completely different to everybody else. And I'm not being arrogant. I swear to God, it's not an arrogance thing for me. This is, for me, I've seen how like the mainstream bands are. I've seen how like the India bands and the Canadian bands have kind of evolved the sound. And if the UK was leading for X amount of years, we are a little bit behind. So I want to make a difference, and I want to try and change things. So that was my goal. My goal was to make a difference, and that meant lots of basically took the whole set, every single song, reproduced it start to finish, made the cuts so that a live band can still play and make a difference. Then it was all a case of triggering stuff off, so like cutting stuff, dropping stuff in, working out what the best cue points were, and then what kind of soundscape I wanted underneath that will be triggered off live. So that's kind of what we've been working on. Hopefully I'll get to show you that as well. So yeah, so that's where the Ableton comes in, the Novation Launchpad comes in, the launch key comes in, and all of that running lovely, running smooth. Then, oh yeah, we had rehearsals. Rehearsals went really, really well until we got to the final rehearsal. When we got to the final rehearsal, I said, do you know what? I've been part of some really exciting one-off projects, you know, like working with the True School live band, and, you know, on the Surinder Shinda set, the Punjabi MC live set, and all this and the other. And we have loads of rehearsals, and, you know, and I've done rehearsals all my life, man. It's just one of those things. And with rehearsals, you're always kind of on edge about remembering stuff and things like that, or things not sounding quite right, or you know what I mean. But I think because Jassi already had a clear vision, the band already knew the set. They just didn't know the set in the version that I had made it in terms of the sound of it. Coming in to deliver the set was amazing, and it's been really, really cool. So I stupidly said, do you know what? In all my time of doing music, this has probably been the most chilled set of rehearsals we've ever done. And then my sound card failed on me mid-rehearsal. So you can imagine the tutty that came out of me. I was like, no, man, this cannot be happening. Not now. It should not be. This cannot happen. Oh, I swear to God, man. I was like, I don't know what happened, why it happened. I think it's determined that the sound card failed. I had a Focusrite. Now, granted, the Focusrite has been around the world with me. It's been at gigs with me. And it's never really been an issue. Actually, in all fairness, it never has been an issue until that day. And on that day, it decided they wanted to fail on me. So I ended up doing the whole rehearsal sitting in the corner of the stage right next to the mixer, because then I had to plug it straight into the headphone socket and deliver like that, which is fine. It's cool. It is what it is. The last 48 hours have been a stress. The last 48 hours have been a stress. And I'll tell you why. Because I don't want to fuck anything up. I don't want to be responsible for fucking anything up. Which meant that, delivering this set was very, very important, and it had to be done. It just had to be done. There was no two ways about it. I had to deliver this set perfectly. So I've spent a lot of time on my mate ChatGPT. Wrong cable, wrong place. Me and ChatGPT have been going back and forth. I've been running lines of code off my MacBook, putting it into ChatGPT, making sure that it tells me what the thing was going on. So all this stuff has been going on over the last few days. But in the end, we got it sorted. Now, to avoid anything like that again, I wanted to make sure that we have a backup. Now, I was always going to take another laptop anyway. So I was always going to have my backup laptop because I think it's just sensible to have that. And, you know, having watched other on-stage music directors, they all have, you know, a secondary laptop. But the problem was, I had to use it here. Yeah, the problem was I didn't want to be reliant on just a laptop. I needed, bloody hell, I just needed the ultimate fail-safe. Like, if something goes wrong and something dips out, how can I fix it? What is the mechanism for me to fix that? How can I switch from my main setup with all the beats and backing tracks playing to the setup where I could just start, you know, just jump onto the backup, the plan B and all that shit. So that was the tension. So what I've ended up having to do was, whereas I was going to go with 2 laptops, 1 launch key and one launch pad, sorry. That was the plan. The plan now is to double up on everything, which is what I've done here. That's why you're seeing all this. The reason you're seeing all this is because man ain't taking no risks. So I've got my brand new Scarlett 18 in and out. This hardwired in, rather than the other one, which was USB powered. So it was USB in, and yeah, I thought let's not do that, because I genuinely believe there must have been some kind of power surge that happened, which resulted in the which resulted in my sound card failing on me. I think that's genuinely what happened. So what I've done is I've created a backup setup. So I now have Ableton running the launch key and my launch pad and launch key. I've got my M Audio Oxygen 61 keyboard connected to my 2015 MacBook with my APC 40 Mark II. Now, the reason for that is this. I am going to be doing everything I need to do on here and here. This is my backup in case anything goes wrong. So, it's getting a bit hot, man. It's getting a bit toasty. So are we set up? No, I need to plug that in to here. So what's essentially going to happen is I have 2 completely independent systems for playback. And they are both going to be working with, they're both working both independently and simultaneously. Let me show you how. So first things first, are we getting level? We are getting level. Okay, that's cool. So that's working there. That's lovely. Now, right. Let me show you what we're doing. Let me take this off. All right. In fact, let me pause and then just make sure I've got enough memory that I can do it properly with you. Right, so if you made it this far into the video, you are a geek. Love ya. So let me take you around. So I'm gonna do one of these, yeah? So where are we? Video, record. Oh, hello. Right, let me show you. So yeah, this is the setup. So I've got Ableton 10 running on this one. It's a suite. I never got rid of the suite because you never know when you need a suite. I've got my APC 40 here. I got the Focusrite here as well. This futta made myself with the little grommet-y thing over there. Keyboard stand. Don't like that. I'll tidy that up on the day. The Oxygen 61 M Audio. That goes into here. That goes into here. Then what I've done is, because of the way this MacBook works and the way Ableton 10 works, I've gone headphone socket out into channels 3 and 4 there. And they're all leveled off, yeah? They're all leveled off like that. And then on this side of things, I have my M1 MacBook running Ableton Live. Got the launch pad, got the launch key. I really like this keyboard, man. I really, really like it. It's just nice. And then because it works with that as well. So look, if I do this, it's not a disco. It's there. So again, if something goes wrong with that, I'm covered here. Yeah, it's just having good fail safes, man. So yeah, let me show you how we're going to do this. So I'm going to go. So I got. So we've got all that going on over there. Now, what I'm going to do while I am, let's say that's playing, yeah? Everything's cool, crowd's raving, everyone's cool, everything's good, yeah? But then on this one, what I've done is, the way I've done it is, I've got that running at the same time. So it's like the main loop, which I can go. Pause it. Now, that is running, yeah. Then I got that running over. Everything's cool. But what if this goes off or something goes wrong? So I can then switch straight to the loop and then go back to run the set from there instead without any issues. So that is the reasoning. So yeah, that's where we're at, man. That's where we're at. That's what we're doing here. That's what we're doing. Right, wrong, I don't know. But for me, this is the way we're going to roll. So, I will see you in the next one. The next one is going to be at the event itself. So yeah, one more stress test to do, just in case, to alleviate my stress, yeah? Again, if you've been watching this, you're a Bhamrah geek. Keep in touch on all the socials. Yeah, we're going to... Honestly, I'm going to end the video by saying this. I genuinely mean this. Shout out to Jassi Sidhu for allowing me to do what I want to do. Of all the singers who I thought would allow me to do that, never thought it was Jassi. He put together this set and had some great ideas. And then when he told me what the ideas were and how he wanted it done, for me to then go, okay, let me put that together for you. And for him to agree to do it on such a big occasion, being his 30th anniversary, man, so I can't big the geezer up enough, man. So shout out to him, shout out to the Scope Band, and all the musicians who've been probably confused watching me press all these buttons. But listen, this is how we evolve, man. It's the evolution. And I'm genuinely going to say this. And it's coming from a place of confidence, not arrogance. I genuinely believe tomorrow night is going to be absolutely firing. I genuinely believe tomorrow night is going to be one of the greatest sounding Bhangra bands of all time. See you tomorrow.